So you're thinking of traveling to a new country where maybe they don't speak English or the language that you speak, or maybe you're planning on moving to a new country and you really want to integrate yourself into that culture. Well, in this specific video, I'm gonna go over 5 different ways you can have fun learning a new language. Let's get it, baby. It's us. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jamie Woods back at it with another travel video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, the like button, notification bell, so that way you guys know when I'm dropping videos. But speaking of videos, today I have a very interesting video for you guys. Today I'm going to be going over 5 fun ways you guys can learn a new language. Now, learning a new language is very, very, very difficult. It requires a lot of practice. It requires a lot of time and effort. All right, so these are things that you must do in order to really perfect and become fluent in a language. So currently, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going through this process where I'm trying to learn Portuguese because I'm like, okay, when I went to Brazil, I had a little bit of a language barrier issue. I don't want to go through that again because I love Brazil and I want to be able to network and talk to people freely. And that's going to require me to learn Portuguese. So I'm currently learning a new language. I'm going through this process and I want to share my experiences, my thoughts, my advice and tips as I'm slowly but surely learning more Portuguese, and sooner or later I'll become fluent in it. So maybe this video can help any of you guys out that are trying to learn a new language. Maybe you want to live in a different country, or maybe you're traveling to a different country for vacation. So for whatever reason it is that you want to learn a new language, I hope this video can help out. So I'm gonna go over 5 different ways you guys can learn. Number 1 is by learning through music. Now, music is a very fun way to learn a new language because it's catchy, it gets you to dance, you know, it gets you motivated, gets you wanting to go to the gym. So this is a great way to learn a new language. So whatever country it is, whatever language that it is, start listening to music from that specific area or that country or in that language, and listen to it at least once every single day. So listen to a couple of them every single day. Of course, it would be best if you're actually into that type of music. So don't force yourself to listen to music that you don't like just because you're trying to study a new language. Try to get music that you're actually into that is spoken in that language. Just try to listen to that and pay attention to the lyrics. In Apple Music and Spotify, they have a lyric feature where you're able to see the lyrics. Sometimes maybe pause the song, go over the lyrics, start like really trying to grasp what it is that the song is about, because the whole point of this, ladies and gentlemen, is to be able to understand what it is that someone is saying. I think this is one of the most important things when it comes to learning a new language is understanding, because that's half of the battle. Because if you're able to understand what someone is saying, from there you can probably find a way to formulate sentences or words in order to get them to understand what it is that you're trying to say. So that's half the battle when it comes to communication, is being able to understand, and music is a great way of this because you're able to get to listen to someone speaking in that language. So maybe you're not into music, maybe you're more of a sports guy. Well, guess what? You can watch sports. So if you're trying to study Spanish, put it in the Spanish commentary so that way you can hear them speak Spanish and you're able to over time grasp what it is that they're saying. The more that you listen to someone speaking in the language that you want to learn, the better. And it is also fun because you're watching the sport that you like to watch. So it's not like it's going to be a drag to listen to this, because it's going to be a lot of fun because you're pairing it up with a sport that you like to watch. So if you get to watch a sport that you like to watch on top of the commentary in the language it is that you're trying to study, this is a great and fun way on how to learn a new language. And then over time, you're going to understand everything they're saying. And so from there, the focus is going to be more of trying to speak the language, which is the next half of the battle. You know what I mean? But these first 2 points are all about trying to be able to understand. Number 3 is to start a group chat or join a group chat. So for example, I'm currently in some Portuguese speaking group chats. So it's all about teaching Portuguese. So they go over certain phrases, like it'll be like a motivational quote in Portuguese. And so I like to view these type of things because, one, I like to read. I want to be able to understand what someone is saying, like through their voice, but I also want to be able to read in Portuguese. So this is why I have it, because every single day in the morning, they drop a new motivational quote, and then I read it and I try to see if I can understand or comprehend what it is that the text is saying. And what I notice is over time, especially with the help of Spanish, I've been able to understand more and more what it is that they're saying through text. So not only can I understand what they're telling me vocally, but I can also read the text in a different language. So please, ladies and gentlemen, join a Facebook group or join a WhatsApp group or whatever it is, Discord, whatever it is, when it comes to that language, when it comes to learning that language. And then on top of that, try to make some friends from that country and try to make a group chat with them. And from there, you guys can chit chat every single day about whatever sports or whatever in that language. And of course, you can share voice notes. So not only are you reading what it is that they're trying to tell you in their language, but on top of that, you'll have to reply in their language, or I hope you would. Don't try to use English or your native tongue. Hopefully you try to respond to them in that language, because this is great practice. Who better than to practice than your friends from a different country? So try to respond to them in their language. And if you don't know how to do that, use a little bit of the help of Google Translate. So go ahead and Google Translate, put in what it is that you want to tell them, read it out loud to yourself in that language, and then from there, copy and paste that. And over time, what's going to happen is that you're going to start to remember what words are which. So for example, you're going to start to remember how to say, hey, my name is this, or good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It took me a while to understand these things in Portuguese. So boa noche, bom dia, boa tarde. I had to see this in text over and over and over for it to click in my head and for me to remember it. So that way I don't have to go to Google Translate anymore in order to type anything in. All I got to do is, okay, I know what that means. I know how to say it. So let me just drop it through text. So I know how to say good morning, everything in Portuguese. So yeah, use the help of Google Translate, but don't cheat too much. Try to see if you can remember how to say these things and try to say it through text. So group chats is a great way on how to do this. So make use of group chats. So another great tool that I use is an app called Preply. Now Preply is an app where you can book a tutor or a teacher to teach you a different language. In this case, I have a tutor that teaches me Portuguese. They call me once a week, and usually through Google Meet or Zoom or whatever app we agree upon. And from there, of course, they go over a couple things with me. I get to practice my Portuguese. So actually speaking to them, understanding it, writing it, seeing the words in a different language, it is a great tool. And it also makes it fun because a lot of these tutors and teachers are just great people to speak to, and they really love teaching and really love doing what it is that they like to do. So when you feel comfortable with someone, and when it almost feels like you're like best friends with this individual and they're calling you every single week to like teach you Portuguese or whatever language it is that you want to learn, it just makes it so much more fun. You get more inspired, more motivated, you look more forward to it as compared to you going to a classroom full of 1,000 freaking people and them going over Portuguese with you. That's more boring. Like, I can't see myself being in a classroom with textbooks trying to learn how to learn a new language. I'd rather have someone that is almost like a friend call me every single week, and literally it's super affordable. You're only paying a couple bucks every single week, and they're able to teach you whatever language it is that you need to be taught. And it's fun, it's cool, an hour to the point, and it happens every single week, and over time you'll get better at that language.
Hola, I'm Camila, Jamie's tutor on Preply, and I'm coming here to invite you guys to go there and check my profile and book a trial lesson with me. Jamie's making incredible progress, and I would love for you to do too. See you there.
And the last one is making friends in that country and talking to them. Now, I know I went over the WhatsApp groups and all that, but I'm talking about like real friends that you're planning on meeting or that you've met in a different country and that you're communicating with them. What I want you guys to do is at least once a week with this individual, be like, hey, can you call me up on WhatsApp or whatever it is? Let's have a video chat. I want to be able to practice my Spanish, my Portuguese, my Mandarin, whatever language it is that you're trying to learn. And they'll call you for maybe 10, 15 minutes, whatever the case is. And you guys can talk about just normal things. You know what I mean? So it isn't phrases or anything like that. This isn't like a tutor. This is a friend of yours. So you're able to talk about sports or plans or vacations, anything like that. And it's fun. And they're able to correct you, and it'll come off respectful, and you're going to be comfortable around this individual. A good friend from a different country would want to help you out with their language because, of course, eventually they want you to be able to speak their language, so that way you guys are able to communicate better. You know what I mean? So it's almost like in a great free way of practicing, but of course you care about this individual. They're your friend, and the more you have, the more you'll be able to communicate with people and hear all different type of accents, and you're going to get accustomed to hearing that language and different accents. And it's a great way of practicing in a fun way. And then on top of that, you get to make special connections and you get to network, so that way when you do go to that country, you have people to hang out with and practice more in person. So yeah, it's a win-win situation. And on top of that, they love it if you're able to teach them more about your own language. So for example, with my Brazilian friends, we make a deal. I tell them, hey, listen, you teach me Portuguese, I'll teach you English and Spanish. Good deal. They love it. They love learning about English and they love teaching me Brazilian Portuguese. So it's a win-win for all parties. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the video for today. I hope you found this video very helpful. And if you did, please click on that subscribe, that like, that notification button. And of course, if you have any other questions regarding languages or how to learn a new language, please message me, Instagram, whatever. It don't matter. Email me. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you guys have or help out or assist. And who knows, maybe I might make another language video in the future once I'm fluent in Portuguese. But ladies and gentlemen, that's the video for today. And if you enjoyed this video, check out these other travel videos over here. Thank you so much. Until next time.